Here we have the 2024 RZR XP, aka XP 1000, 1K, whatever you want to call it. Today I'm going to show you and share my experience with this upper door install and how it fit and finished. Hopefully save you some time and some stress. Make an educated decision if you want these or not. Also, we're going to go over all the other options and accessories I've installed. With a bonus, a lot of guys want to hear about is a cheap subwoofer. Let's get out of here and get started. A mosquito? What's a mosquito doing in here? It's the middle of winter. Okay, so this is not going to be an install video. There's plenty of videos out there. I'm not going to show you this new model. Plenty of videos out there, been done before. So I'm just going to go over the things that I've experienced and hopefully it'll save you some time. So it's a 2024, as I mentioned previously. These upper doors, you probably know, they're not cheap. But I got a local dealership, gave me a really good price on them, and I couldn't pass it up. So fit and finish, I mean, I don't know if anybody's seen the previous models, previous generation. I mean, these really are a step above, way above what they used to be. You do have to drill holes here to attach these, but they're I mean, look how nice contour. This is part of it too. I mean, it seals in nice. It adds an external door handle, so that's cool. A nice seal here. I mean, inside, it's nice, right? These zippers. A lot of times it gets stuck right here in the corner for some reason. Probably when I go up. Nope, yep, right there. Stuck right there most of the time. So let's hop in and see what it's like from the inside. So I have these door bags, really nice, good price. You know, they got a lot of storage in there. You can fit, you know what you can fit in there. You know what I'm talking about? Whatever you want. Glasses, credit cards, those things. So these are nice and all, but problem is when I stored these doors back here, there's a built-in grab handle to shut the door. So now I don't have anywhere to grab. Certainly wouldn't pull on these things. That's going to rip them off. So right now I'm just grabbing here, and I think I'm going to fabricate something to go somewhere. But if you grab here, it's a good pull because it puts the force right where the latch is. And they fit and they sound nice too when they close. Hear that? It's nice solid. So here's the thing. You still got all these gaps. I mean, that's gonna let wind in like crazy, right? That's a 2-finger gap. Another gap right there. See that? So Polaris puts in this bulb seal right there, and that's a stops. And I don't understand these Polaris engineers. I mean, it's like, what? Oh, there's 2 fingers, 2-finger gap. Well, I'll send it back to R&D and redo it. Well, 1-finger gap, it's okay, send it. So I'm gonna have to buy some more bulb seal and fill in that gap. Maybe some expanding foam or something, and find a way to fill in these gaps. Because you know, you hit 30 miles an hour, that gap, that's coming right in your face. When it's 0 degrees and you're doing 50 down a back road, that's not cool. Again, look how nice these doors shut. Right? That's pretty good. Other problem here is, look at this gap back here. Right? Look at it. That's a pretty big gap. I don't know if it's going to let air in. I guess when you get a back breeze, it's going to let air in. But overall, they do fit really well. There's that gap from the outside. Maybe I can stuff something down in there. I don't know. And the other thing is, this did not fit very well at all. And it says in the instructions, you may have to rebend it. So if you got arthritis or something, pop a couple of baby aspirin before you get in here, because you don't want to hurt your elbows or wrists, because you got a tweak on this sucker. So in the instructions it says remove everything. So remove the roof, remove the front window, remove the back window, any other accessories you got up on top. And I'm thinking, I'm not removing that back window. That thing took forever to put in there. So I removed the roof and the front windshield because they're really quick and easy. Windshield's has got these Velcros to rip it right out. And the roof is like 4 bolts, and a couple of snaps. But you really don't have to. You can just lift the roof off a little bit. You don't have to take it right off. Rear window, absolutely not, does not have to come out, because this one tab here, you can slide it right in between, and that's it. It's no big deal at all. So you do not need to take the rear window off. So one issue I wanted to show everybody, which I actually ran into, behind the door panel, you have to install these new pulls for the new handle. Okay, so if you look close down here, this little gadget thing retains the wire, the clip. So this, kind of hard to see, pulls down, and then this pulls out this way, and this holds it in place. And coming from the automotive industry, I know that these get really hard and brittle over time, especially in older cars. And when you're pulling them like this, they just break and snap. Yeah, that's what happened. One of mine broke and snapped. So I panicked. I tried using zip ties going this way, that way. Didn't work, popped off first time. So then I got mechanics wire and I'm ripping it around. I probably spent a good 30 minutes or so, right? And I had this off. And I got the mechanics wire pretty good. And I got up to here and I want to reattach this here, right? Same thing on this side. But back here, right here, this hole here, for some reason, there was another one of these plastic clips in there. So this saved me. I popped it off and put it down over here. So if you do lose one or break one, no need to pop a Prozac. You just come on up here, boink, pop that out carefully, and then you can put it back right in here in place. Now it depends on what you have for a front windshield, but the problem with mine is it wraps around the roll bar with those Velcro straps, and this piece here goes over about that much. So mine, I had to cut slots in here for these things to fit. It's pretty easy. You put this in place first, you put it down, push it down. I marked this line here, and then I took it off. I marked another line about the thickness of the strap, maybe slightly bigger so it slide in and out. And then I just put it right in there. It slid right in nice. This windshield is super ATV poly hard coated, but I'll tell you what, I don't have that many miles on it. I don't know if you can see it, but it's supposed to be scratch resistant, and I have not hit any brush yet with this. This is just from cleaning. You can see scratches. Hard coated, you know, I've run hard coated before on my last machine. I think it was a Polaris model though, and I ran a windshield wiper on it, and it took a long time before it was scratched up. And I reached out to Super ATV just to say, hey, maybe you sent me the wrong one. Look at that. Hope you can see that. Scratches all the way across. And they said, no, that's the right one. We'll send you another one if you want. I'm like, why bother? Why bother? It's just going to get scratched up again. So I would not recommend the Super ATV hard coated. Then I got the light bar. That's a 30-inch. It's carried over from my last machine. I think a 36-inch would be better, because you can really, you know, you got quite a bit there. Another 3 inches on each side. I think it would really fill up nice. I like the single light bar because it keeps the height down. Got the side view mirrors too. These are just some cheapos I got off of probably the you know, the place online you can buy stuff. They're pretty good though. I mean, they're not bad. It's like 70 bucks. I had to put a little spacer in here when I put the doors on because this panel here, I mean, they still bolt right to the roll bar inside like that. So they're rigid, see? But the mirror, you know, this part would rub up against right there to get that gap so it wasn't rubbing up against this and you get it mounted properly. I had to add that. And that kit also came with the rear view mirror. And they're not bad for the price. I can't complain. And I got the A-arm guards. These carried over from my last machine. I was kind of surprised they still fit. And they're not perfect, but they're good. These really saved that lower A-arm. And what I did is I took a piece of tin and I painted it orange to kind of match. And then I just glued it with some silicone or whatever is behind there. Kind of sets it off, makes it look nicer, you know, from just plain old black. I really like how they added the external door handle with this kit. I took so you got to cut this piece out of the plastic, and I took the sticker and I just kind of put it on there so it wasn't just a black door handle. I think it looks pretty good. Oh, hold on, my pants are falling down again. Ugh. So the rear window, I think I got this from Tusk. Goes across. It's pretty nice actually. It's a 3-piece design. Got a piece down here, and then this piece up here, and they all kind of bolt together. And you got a third piece over here. Let me tell you, do not tighten anything ahead. Wait and get it all in there. It was a real pain in the butt to get all lined up and secured. But boy, once it's in, it's really nice. It seals up good. I mean, you got little tiny gaps here. If you really wanted, you could put silicone in there or something. I'm not gonna bother. But yeah, that's pretty nice. You can get it in a tinted one too. I just opted because I'm cheap. I got the regular one. But back here in the rear, this thing is fantastic. I love this mod. It basically takes your whole bed area and turns it into a giant trunk. Quick release here. This is nice because you pull it up and it's got spring-loaded hinges so it stays up. And look at how much stuff you can put in there. Look at the size of this cooler. This cooler fits 2 12-packs of, well, it fits a lot of stuff in there. I mean, a lot of stuff. Look at it. Get that out of the way. Come on now, get out of the way. Get out of the way so I can show people what else we got. Got your spare belt, shopping bag in case you want to stop and get some groceries. Air compressor fits in here, rags, rope. We got a bag of tools. We got a bag of emergency supplies. We got a jump starter, tow rope, tons of room back here. It's pricey, but well worth it. I did upgrade the tires and wheels. These carried over from my last machine too, but it's a square setup. The new premiums and above come with the square setup, meaning that the tires and rims are the same offset in the front and the rear. Not like before, you had the fat looking tire in the back and the skinny in the front. You couldn't rotate them because they were specific to front and rear. Well, these are not anymore. But again, these were separate aftermarket wheels I had on my old machine. They're the System 3 off-road. They are true beadlocks. I have not had any problems with them yet. And this time around I went with the Maxxis Rampage. I used to be a big carver. What in the world? Chicken feather. That's those chickens again. Hold on, I gotta pull up my pants. And I like these tires a lot. I used to be a big Carnivore fan. Still am. Carnivore is a great tire, don't get me wrong. But these tires, I think that they do better in the New England conditions where we got rocks, mud, sand, dirt roads, everything. Because there's more lugs across. The only thing that these don't handle like the carnivores do is high-speed corners. The carnivores would really grip in the high-speed corners, and these kind of feel like you're sliding sideways. But other than that, I'm curious to see how long these are going to last compared to the carnivores. Seems like the carnivores wore out really quick. Although I have a heavy foot, so I did a lot of burnouts. But these, I think I got 500 miles on them so far. It's probably time to rotate them. But they're still pretty good. And yeah, I wouldn't hesitate to buy these. I've already gone over the door bags. It takes up most of the door, so it's very nice. And they were reasonably priced. Another option I added was that. Yeah, that's right. You need that for when it's like 80, 90 degrees out and you're crawling through the woods slow. It's like, oh, I'm sweating, I'm dying. Turn that thing on overhead. You're good to go. That's just a cheap transmission cooler fan that I found online. And let me tell you, it really helps. It cuts it down. Just don't have long hair. It'll suck it right in. You could put some chicken wire around it or something, I guess, to stop it from going in. But eventually I'm going to put this, I bought a rheostat already so I can dial it down. Because that turns on full blast, baby. The other thing I added was heated seats down here. Boy, the lighting in here is terrible today. Let me bring some light down for you. Oh, yeah, there you go. Heated seats. There it is right there. I mean, these switch cutouts were designed for it, but the switches they give you, look at it, they don't fit in there. Why couldn't they make them a little bit bigger? I know they're cheap, only 40 bucks a set, but man. And these seats are super easy to fit to install, the heated seats. You don't have to undo the staples like the last model. There's literally just these nice little hand clips like that. You pop those out and you'll just slide it right underneath there. Very easy to install. So this is the premium edition, and the premium edition comes with the Rockford Fosgate stereo system and speakers built in up here. Now let me tell you, they're not great at all. But here was my thing. This has, from the factory, subwoofer. You know, up and down. It's like, whoa, what's up with that? So I get up under the dash and I'm looking at it, looking for some outputs, some RCA outputs, and there's nothing there. It's all sealed up. So apparently Rockford Fosgate, or Polaris got with Rockford Fosgate and said, hey, no, seal all that up. We're going to make our own subwoofer and charge them an arm and a leg for it. And I read that the subwoofer from the factory is not that great. It's $800 for a little subwoofer for a Razor. I ain't got that kind of money, but I like my bass. So I did some digging. I found this company that makes a wire for the this is the premium. The other edition there, the next one higher up, the Pro, no, it is. What is that? Somebody tell me. Put it in the comments. I can't remember the next one above the premium. That's what you get when you get old. Anyway, they make this wire that plugs into the back from the factory, right? And it has 2 RCA outputs and the power to jump the amplifier, so you can add an amplifier and subwoofer. And I reached out to this company and they said, no. They said, no, it doesn't work on the premium edition. It's only on the high level one. So I'm thinking, I look at the plug, I look underneath the dash at the plug, and I'm like, you know what? It's not that much money. I think that plug's going to plug right into the factory harness. Sure enough, it did. So now my next dilemma is, what do I do for a subwoofer? I can't run an amplifier and everything. So I found this company that makes these under-seat ones. Can you see it? Can you see it right there? There it is. It's powered, self-powered, fits in there like it was meant to fit in there. And let me tell you, it was just under $100. And let me tell you, I really wish I could play something booming right now, because that thing, anybody that's sat in here is like, wow, I didn't expect that. It just like reverberates inside here in the plastic, and just, it jams. I'm telling you, you guys, for a total cost, I had to make a couple brackets for it, some anti-vibration stuff. That thing is solid. Look at it. It's not going anywhere. All that wiring and everything, probably got about an hour and a half into it, and 135 bucks total. This is designed for a car to fit underneath the seat, so I mean, just as long as you don't get it soaking wet, it's going to be fine. It really adds. I mean, the system sounds so good. It has a very clean sound. You do get a few rattles because it's a plastic interior, right? But I'm telling you, that really, for the amount of money spent on this, you cannot go wrong. If you guys want to see all the instructions, how I did it and everything, let me know in the comments. I'll destruct everything, take it apart, and put it back together, give you all the links and how to do it. So that's my overview of the install on these doors. It's not too bad. It does take some time. It took about 3-4 hours total with everything I had to do to it, the screw ups and whatnot. But that's my overhaul. Would I recommend them? Yeah, sure. Yeah, they really fit good. I wouldn't pay full price for them. They're not worth that kind of money. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, share. Catch you next time.